Hello, I'm Richard Boothby.
And I'm Bill Hunt.
And we're both founder members of the internationally acclaimed Viol consort, Fretwork.
We are celebrating our 30th anniversary this year with a special project taking place this November, the Orlando Gibbons project. We shall be making the first complete recording of Gibbons' consort verse anthems.
Amazingly, these have never been recorded in their entirety before. Many people will know this is the record of John, one of Gibbons' most famous compositions, but performed perhaps only in the traditional way, with choir and organ, in an Anglican cathedral or church.
We want to do something very different and try to recapture the way that we think the music may have sounded in its own time, often performed in more intimate spaces. This involves assembling a particular combination of voice types used at that time, which gives a very different vocal colour from the traditional choral one we are used to today.
The dust lays thee, the dust lays thee, shall the dust lays thee.
The interesting part about this is that I get to sing, it's a high tenor part, which would normally be sung by a falsettist. And as a high tenor, the difference in the texture it makes by singing it as a high tenor is quite profound. It really makes a sort of shimmery effect on top. I hope it does anyway.
It also involves using much more varied instrumental colours as well, using not only viols, but cornets and sagbutts, and a few surprises as well, because recent research has suggested that there was a much greater range of instruments used in such places as private chapels and the Chapel Royal itself.
But most of all, it is the whole approach to the music that we want to change. We believe that there's really been a whole dimension missing in the traditional way of presenting Gibbons' verse anthems. There is a wealth of rhetoric and detail that he uses in setting words that needs to be expressed by both singers and instruments.
So we're working with some of the leading performers of 17th century music in this country who understand this declamatory style. There's the Magdalena Consort, directed by Peter Harvey, the early brass ensemble, His Majestys Sagbutts Cornetts, and of course ourselves, Fretwork, with more than 24 musicians involved in all.
This is, needless to say, very expensive to do. In fact, it's costing well over £30,000, which is why we're appealing to you. We need your help to complete our fundraising, so please contribute.
This is exceptional music, and it's high time we did it justice.
And what better time than Fretwork's 30th anniversary?
So here's to Orlando Gibbons.
And here's to you.
This isn't champagne, I'm afraid. We can't afford it. It's just fizzy water. Oh, bloody hell, it's all over me.
Well, I can't do another take now because I'm...
Yeah.